All right, so here's the former UFC Women's Bantamweight champion, Miesha Tate, and in this second UFC stint, she had visions of making a run at 125 pounds. Her body just didn't respond against Lauren Murphy. It certainly did against Julia Avila late in 2023. A bonus-winning performance for Miesha Tate that got her back on a championship trajectory. And for me, it's all about the appetite for MMA knowledge and training. At this stage of her career, she is so committed to the cause. She's not prize fighting. She's not fighting for money. She's fighting for further greatness, and that's why she has shown up in another major fight here tonight. All right, here she is, the former UFC Women's Bantamweight champion, Holly Holm. It was Melbourne, Australia. It was UFC 193, November 15th of 2015, when Holly Holm effectively changed her life forever.
Holly Holm changed her life, but she changed the landscape of mixed martial arts.
Yes.
She showed that Ronda Rousey was not this unbeatable fighter that everybody thought she was to be. Went out there, set her traps with that lead left hand, used her footwork and movement to walk Rousey right into a beautiful head kick that finished the fight. A multiple-time boxing champion, amateur kickboxing background. Holly Holm is just truly something special.
And that Rousey win still one of the biggest upsets, betting odds or otherwise, in UFC history. Holly Holm ready to engage in another high-profile matchup here tonight. Or till the date for this, our main event of the evening. All right, now for the introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the former UFC Women's Bantamweight champion of the world, Miesha Cupcake Tate. And now introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the former UFC Women's Bantamweight champion of the world, Holly the Preacher's Daughter.
Herb Dean is your referee. He's the third man in the octagon tonight.
Good.
Well, a fast start would be useful for the former UFC champion Miesha Tate here tonight as we get going in round one. At times, she has been a little bit tentative early on in fights and has gotten behind on the scorecards. She has been able to rally against the likes of Holly Holm, Sarah McMahon, but a quick start, undeniably, would be useful for Miesha Tate here tonight. Whiffs on the elbow.
Oh, nice inside leg kick, yeah.
Just out of the range with that right hand.
Big right hand.
Well, she went to the straight left, unable to connect. Looping left hand misses the target.
Mixing up the target, attacking the body.
Holm gets back up. Oh, she got inside and right to the single collar tie. Nice jab. Oh, the hook lands. Just over 3 minutes now to go.
She closes the distance and gets a single collar pop.
Well, she's been good tonight, but she missed with that one.
Oh, my goodness, what a kick!
Oh, massive kick. How much more can she take? And just inches away from landing one of those big right hands. Switching stances here. Nice job to land the straight punch there. So you thought maybe she'd go for the takedown after catching the leg. Instead, decides to go back to her bread and butter, her striking, and certainly found the target there.
Hands high, hands high.
Just out of range with that left hook. Just over 2 minutes to go in round one. Tate's forehead is bleeding now. Cut is open. Holm going with the kick to the body, but unable to find the range.
Oh, nice.
Circling towards the left now. Well, we could be looking at an epic comeback here. She rocked her significantly, but wasn't able to finish the fight, and now her opponent maybe creeps back in.
Her opponent will now try to find a way to work her way back into this fight. It will be on her to once again land one of those brutal punches to try to knock her out this time.
Just misses there with the left.
Beautiful connection lands. Fighting long is the key.
All right, now we get a little bit of separation.
Way to hide that leg kick.
Oh, she's really starting to put together some significant body shots here, attacking both sides now. Holm going for the body, missed with that kick. So a lot of strikes have landed here, and she has some swelling now to prove.
Well, she's landing that jab, the right hand. She can't miss. She cannot miss. And right now, while the swelling has started, it's not critical. She needs to make sure she's better defensively so that we don't get to that point.
15 seconds remain in the round. Oh, Superman punches true. Nice counter with the hook shot there by Tate. Round two straight ahead.
Hey, stop.
Heading back to the corner now. Tate's got a nasty cut above the eye. The cut man has some work to do here between rounds.
More of that. I want you to go out at the beginning of this round and be aggressive. Be smart.
All right, so there's the horn. The round is over, and we've got more fighting. It looked like maybe we'd get a finish there after she landed upstairs.
Well, she was excited. She thought it was done. How does she reshift? How does she get herself back in the moment to try to repeat what she just did, but also top it and actually get the finish?
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round two. Nice punch there by Tate. Big power shot there. Oh! Well, she's been good tonight, but she missed with that one. Now they are throwing both sides with conviction. Oh, nice jab by the Preacher's dog. Beautiful hook. That's how you block a strike. kick landed there by Holly Holm. Well, DC, I know you're high on this fighter, but she is fading fast. She got stunned earlier in the... Oh, continuing to attack the head as that diving punch lands. All right, so different rounds, same narrative, and it's the wrestler's hands, not her takedown. She came here to box tonight.
Yeah, she came here to box, John. She told us that we were going to be very surprised at how good she looked in the stand-up. And to this point, she has proven that. But I wonder how soon we can expect a level change for her to try to take her opponent down, because ultimately you always go back to what you do instinctively, and we know that's a wrestler. This is a terrible position.
Just over 3 minutes to go in round 2. Oh, she's got head movement even off of her back, huh? Nice slip there.
She's being proactive. She's not sitting and waiting until her opponent throws. She's moving in advance, and it's allowing her to evade these strikes.
Well, she's got a good jab, missed with it there. Oh, she lands another strike to the body here and really just continuing to punish her opponent's midsection here in this round, just like she did in the previous one. Superman punch now. Tate's got a nasty bruise starting to appear on that left side. We'll keep an eye on it. Could pay dividends later. Holm gets back up. Man, she is just relentless. Unbelievable. Both fighters throwing heat now. Tate gets touched by that leg kick attempt. Well, not at all the way she drew it up, DC, and you can just tell by her body language, she's still rattled by that knockdown.
She got knocked down bad, and it's going to be hard for her to build back into this fight.
All right, so just as we saw in the previous round, she is realizing a lot of success with her kickboxing game tonight, and you can see the confidence growing with every strike landed.
It's overwhelming for her opponent to be in there with her when she's in this flow state. She's so good at everything she's doing that now the activity is starting to pick up. If she can continue to fight in this way, I wouldn't be surprised if this fight gets finished.
Tate going for the body, targeting that area with the kick, but unable to land.
That was nice right.
Well, she has had no answers for her on the feet, and there's another land, and more swelling there on the face.
More swelling on the face, and John, it's getting worse. And now it's getting pretty evident that if she does not change something, she's gonna find herself in a really difficult situation going forward.
Well, she has certainly picked up the... Ooh! Back and forth we go.
Oh, nice level change. Using a lot of good movement.
Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Holm. Making all these shots count. .30 seconds now to go in the round. All right, half guard position for her here, and this is a spot where we've seen her have a lot of wild success in previous fights.
She has a tremendous amount of success with this position because she's so knowledgeable. She keeps the right side underhook, and she just goes to work with that left arm. She's posting and elbowing. She's building her posture and punching. There are just so many different ways for her to score strikes from this position.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Tate. All right, that's the end of round number 2. And there is the horn. Confidence has to be high after that round. Really good round there from Holm.
Knocked her down. I didn't think she was going to be able to get back up. This time, let's make it for real.
All right, she is all smiles as she makes her way back to the stool. DC, a lot of good action there in the previous round, particularly that head kick knockdown. Talk us through it.
She's a really good striker. She does everything so technically on her feet. So you knew when you were watching her land so many strikes low, eventually she would go high, and she did, and got that big knockdown that really did determine this round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway.
Nice looping punch.
Oh, combination striking at its best. Another great sequence out of her there.
She is just throwing everything with so much confidence. every time she throws, she believes that she is going to land, and to this point, she has done just that.
That opened up a cut around her eye area. Got to shore up the defense.
Yeah, she's got to move her head. She has not moved her head effectively, and now she's dealing with the cut.
She's got a good jab. Holm gets touched by that kick to the body. Oh, we're getting a finish here.
You can never know what you're going to see with this young lady. Is she going to finish the fight?
Both fighters exchange in the pocket here. Well, this is one of the more active rounds we have seen all night long. Both of these women have realized success with the striking, and both seem dangerous.
Oh, my goodness,
And there's a takedown attempt. She's unable to connect with the left hook.
Big shot to the head. I mean, she's fighting a fantastic fight.
Stay heavy on that cut. Let's go. Get it.
Oh, my goodness!
Oh, man, another strike gets through. This could be over soon.
Nice defense there.
Tate's really bleeding heavily now. You got to think they might bring in the ringside position to take a look at that cut between rounds.
This is such a crazy fight.
Oh, the high kick lands.
Let's work.
Oh, you can feel the breeze there. Swing and a miss by Holly Holm. All right, so the referee is going to intervene here, yeah, and it was only a matter of time before he called in the doctor to check on her cut. She's leaking pretty good, DC.
She's bleeding a lot. You can see that she's having trouble operating with all the blood. I want to see what this doctor decides.
Fans getting a little bit restless in fear that the fight is going to be stopped, but looks as though they're going to let it go.
Let's go.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, so the ref will get the action back underway after that brief health and safety check, and to no one's surprise, the fans support the decision for the action to continue.
Absolutely. I mean, this official decided you can go. Even though at times the fighter may question whether or not he can do it, we have very smart ringside officials that make a determination, and the determination is get your butt out there and fight. Let's see what happens.
And we have a very smart fighter who is going to have to start protecting that injury to prevent it from getting any worse. Well, it is not the worst cut we've ever seen in the UFC, but a lot of blood donation happening right here, right now, as her opponent continues to talk. Back to the feet. Big left hand there inside.
I've never seen anything like this, J.A. How in the world are these two women still standing? Oh, nice right hand.
90 seconds to go. Back to her feet now. Good sign for her there. And she misses with the left punch there. Tate's eye is starting to swell shut. Oh, nice job defensively there to get the guard up. Shot is blocked by Holly Holm. Under a minute now to go.
Let's work.
Attack that cut. Let's go. Get it.
Oh, through the knee to the body. Oh, now lands a kick to the body.
All right, let's go. Let's get those hands going now.
Both fighters starting to open up a little bit. All right, so now as the cut continues to get worse, it appears as though it's starting to affect her a little bit.
Yeah, it's starting to affect her. You can see it. She's reaching for it. She's pawing at it. She's trying to understand where the blood is coming from. She has got to stay locked in if she wants to win this fight.
final seconds of round 3. Tate's forehead is just leaking blood all over the octagon. I know for Daniel Cormier, this is very hard to watch. They might need to stop this fight. I think it's time to take a strong look if you're the referee in the ringside position. Well, you never like to see a fight end by doctor's stoppage, but as the round comes to an end, this cut is as bad as it has been all night long, and if they can't stop the bleeding and they deem it to be too bad, this fighter's not going to be afforded the opportunity to continue. All right, back to the stools we go. She has absorbed a lot of damaging strikes in this fight. We'll see if she can recover.
She didn't do a good job of moving her head. She was a stationary target, and she paid for it. Her opponent recognized that the target was stationary, and she went all out trying to land big shots, and she opened up a nasty cut.
4th round now, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Do you believe what we saw in the previous round? I can't believe it, but here is our next round. Both women sat down with us on Thursday. They said they were going to brawl. That's exactly what they did.
After that round, John, I cannot believe we're starting another. Somebody was supposed to go to sleep with all the damage that both of these young ladies took.
Oh, beautifully placed in time kick there by Holly Holm. Patented front kick there by Holly Holm. Both fighters hanging down in the pocket and both landing. Well, you can feel that breeze octagon side after the swing and a miss by Tate. Well, the crowd continues to react with every passing land, but if you're the referee or even the corner, somebody's got to get involved.
Somebody's got to do something. It's getting very uncomfortable to watch this, and as the crowd gets excited, there's also a little bit of that, I don't want to see any more going on in their reactions.
All right, so the referee has called for the doctor. This could very well mean the end of the fight.
Yeah, the fight's over. There's too much damage. This fight needs to be done.
All right, well, they will monitor things closely, but she will be allowed to continue. You got to think she's going to really go for it now.
She has to.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, so coming into the fight, a lot of people talked about her toughness. She's going to have to lean on it here. Despite the injury, the fight will go on.
Well, she always says she's one of the toughest fighters you'll ever meet. She's going to have an opportunity to prove that now, because this cut is bad, but she can fight through it. She's got to be protective of it. She cannot just go out there face first as she did before. She's got to be a little smarter in her approach.
Whoa! Back and forth we go. One of the better fights of the year, unless, of course, you like defense. A lot of damage being doled out on both sides.
A lot of damage being doled out. Both of these women are doing a great job of standing on the quarter, standing in a phone booth, and just beating each other up. It's going to come down to the heart, though, to determine who wins this fight. There it is again. Look at that. Wow.
Continuing to stay busy here on the ground. Well, this is just getting ridiculous now. Both women are really leaking in the face area. If Joe Rogan was here, he would say she looks like a stuck pig.
Yeah, he definitely would. Guys, the cut man's done a great job tonight. They're doing a good job of trying or allowing these two women to continue, but they are leaking everywhere. This fight has been ridiculous.
Tate's in half guard now. Working in half guard here, making these shots count.
Don't allow her to hold you down. You gotta move.
You need to work.
All right, you're awesome. You're doing great this round.
Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, John, and then he just gets up.
All right, so there it is again. Her striking has been on point really from the outset, and now some definite swelling on the opposition.
Some absolute swell. She has done a great job of targeting the face, making sure that every time she throws, she lands with an intent to just advance all the swelling that we are seeing right now.
Will get some respect. She won't go as forward anymore. When you got a big power striker like that, you got to make them respect you and respect what's coming back at them.
Oh!
She's getting up, yep.
Oh my goodness, it's like the American Red Cross in the octagon tonight. Blood donation on both sides, and somehow both women still fighting through it.
I mean, another one!
Able to check that kick as well. Oh, goes down again. Well, she's able to get up, but she is officially on wobbly legs. Tate's an absolutely bloody mess right now. Cut man knows he's got his work cut out for him between rounds. 15 seconds. Trying to stay in this fight.
Oh, nice elbow.
Buzzer sounds for the end of round 4, 20 minutes in the books. All right, so somehow, some way, we have made it to the end of the round, and for these two women, otherworldly toughness on both sides, but those are some damaging cuts.
Yeah, they're both cut up, they're both battered, they're both bruised. They have done so much damage to each other. Both of these women laid it all on the line.
We're going to show you some replays from that previous round and perhaps isolate the strike that caused the cut.
Yeah, I mean, these two just were going back and forth. They are so evenly matched, and the intensity in which they threw their strikes was crazy. Both of these ladies were trying to knock their opponent's head off the entire time in that round.
All right, so let's see how soon into this next round those cuts are reopened, but both of these women have accomplished a lot here tonight offensively. We'll see who can shore things up defensively moving forward.
You ready to fight? Ready.
So here it is, folks, 5th and final round. Oh, huge right hand! She missed with that jab.
Oh, no! Man, she's hurt her opponent several times in this round. We acknowledge the durability on the other side, but how about just getting aggressive and finishing this fight? You know, she doesn't take many chances inside the octagon. Right now is a time where she... Oh!
Yeah, that was just a beautiful shot by her there to end the fight. I'm not sure she could have drawn it up any better than it played out here tonight. She lands the seminal blow there midway through the round. I'm not even sure her opponent saw it coming. So big, big knockout win for her here tonight. All right, with that, we now go inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 52 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by knockout, Holly, the Preacher's Daughter, Holm.
So your winner tonight, Holly Holm, the Preacher's Daughter. She's been a little bit up and down in her UFC career. She was certainly up here tonight, and we have seen an uptick in the aggression out of Holly Holm, dating to that Miesha Tate fight that was certainly on display here tonight. And when Holly Holm fights like this, she looks like she can be a 2-division UFC champion. She won the belt, obviously, at 135 pounds. We shall see how much confidence a win like this gives Holly Holm now moving forward as she continues her UFC career.